at the time I was working for 3M Company as a salesman in the electrical products division. And one of our main products was the number 33 Scotch electrical tape, which was a vinyl plastic tape, which also happened to be one of the first plastic tapes that had been on the market. Well, I had been traveling that territory up out of northern Michigan between Mackinac and, or I should say across the Straits of Mackinac, and the bridge was under construction. I had been riding on the ferry boat back and forth, but at this time the trip, they were nearing completion of the bridge across the Straits of Mackinac. But anyway, got become quite friendly with the chief electrical engineer on the job, and I always told him that one thing I wanted to do was I wanted to go up to the top of the tower and wire the lights up on and put the Scotch electrical tape on it. He said, "You got the job, fine." Well, I made it. One trip I made about every 6 months up there. I stopped in to see him. He says, "Well, we're all ready for you to get up there and wire that light." I said, "Great, that's wonderful." He says, "Yep." I said, "Where's the elevator?" He said, "The elevator? We don't have any elevator. We've got a ladder up the inside of it, but that isn't finished." I said, "Well, how am I going to get up to the top there?" He said, "Well, about the best way and the only way is to walk up the outside of the cable." I said, "Oh, no, not me." And he said, "Well, then, I guess we'll have to wire it." I said, "Well, I guess so." Well, in the meantime, we left it that he was going to wire the lights on the top of the towers. And so we were talking. He says, "Hey, you want to ride over the other end of the bridge?" I said, "Yeah, let's go." He said, "Well, I had a little camera, had a Revere 8mm movie camera, and he said, bring your camera along." He says, "What we'll do," he said, "how long will it run?" I said, "It'll run about a minute or so on a wind-up." He said, this was wind-up now. This was not electrical. They were battery-operated camera. So he said, "Well, this will be a fast ride then." So again, they had rough the railings that were not complete. And then he said, "Well, there'll be no sides on it, so what is it? We'll drive down the middle." Well, he said, "This is going to be a fast ride." He said, "I'll try and do it in less than a minute." So you just start your camera going when we start, and we'll whip across the top of the bridge. Well, I tell you that my hair stood on end, because if we'd had a blowout or anything, it would have been sayonara. Over the side we'd gone.